Welcome in. Michael Murray here with Ben Zinga, joined by Robert Hayes, CEO and Director of Sharps Technology. Robert, great to have you with us. How are you?
Hey, Michael. Thanks for setting up the call. Appreciate it.
Pleasure to have you here. Really happy to be joined by you and Sharps Technology. We want to offer you a big congratulations on the recent deal with Nephron. Can you give us the highlights from the pending transaction?
Yeah, sure. So, exciting project for us. We've been partnered with Nephron Pharmaceuticals for some time now. That's well understood by investors, but we've been working on opportunities to collaborate more closely. And so with the recent announcement, we've moved into an agreement for the asset purchase of the InjectEZ prefillable syringe operation in South Carolina. And with that, Nephron has committed to 10 years of purchasing prefillable syringes from Sharps Technology through the supply agreement. So we're pretty excited about the opportunity to help Nephron move forward. They're a large 503B and pharmaceutical filling company there in South Carolina. Great company. Have known them for some time, and we're excited to be partnering with them on this project.
Fantastic. And Robert, can you talk to us about who Nephron is and what markets they serve?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, they are a privately held world leader with over 26 years of experience in contract manufacturing and 503B outsourcing. So they focus on what we would call critical supply drugs. So the FDA identifies products that are critical to healthcare industry for supporting many different types of standard procedures and special procedures. And Nephron, in addition to all of their other businesses, focus on filling those drugs in specialized packaging and supplying them to more than 3,000 customers across the United States. So very large company, privately held, South Carolina. They are one of the largest employers there in Columbia, South Carolina. And the InjectEZ operation that was started by Bill and Lou Kennedy is about 2 miles right down the road from the operation. And it'll be a nice partnership for us.
Outstanding. Now, Robert, you have specialty Copolymer syringes, which differentiates them from glass-like products. And what markets exactly are they going to serve? Can you give us a little bit of context around these?
Yes. So prefillable syringes is one of the fastest growing spaces in the healthcare packaging area and medical device space. So pharmaceutical companies, including branded companies, biotechs, generic companies, and 503B contract fillers like Nephron are moving in this direction to be able to support their business. So the copolymer configuration provides a lot of advantages over glass, including a cleaner operation from the standpoint of manufacturing. It doesn't require all the secondary processing that glass does. The ability to make many different formats from small size to large size. So that would be like a 0.5 ml all the way up to a 50 ml. Typically, glass syringes are limited in their formats and their configurations. But with the copolymer syringes, you get all of the benefits of glass, more or less. You get a cleaner manufacturing environment. It drives down the total cost of ownership for healthcare companies and provides a better overall package for pharmaceutical companies to work with. So we're excited to be able to supply those formats and those configurations with some of the advanced innovation and technology that we have around safety and ultra-low waste and reuse prevention. So we feel we'll be able to bring some innovative products to the market to help our key customers.
Terrific. Now, Robert, with manufacturing in Europe, how should investors look at your capacity capabilities as you enter commercialization?
Yeah, so the exciting part is the operation in Europe is now producing what we call smart safety syringe technology in the disposable syringe space. That facility currently has about 45 to 50 million pieces of capacity and then is expandable upwards of 200 to 250 million units as we grow the business. But now having the InjectEZ prefillable syringe operation here in South Carolina as we move forward with closing that project there with Bill and Lou Kennedy, that facility is originally planned or was originally planned for about 45 million units of capacity. But my team's been working closely with the group there at InjectEZ and we've identified opportunities to expand that facility upwards of 90 million units without needing to expand the facility or add to the infrastructure. So some additional high-speed filling lines will be planned for that operation. And then, once we get to that point where we have a run rate of 70, 80, 90 million units, we have the ability to expand next door. So there is property already configured to expand upon there in the industrial park that's set up to support Nephron. And so we feel good about the opportunity not only to supply from Hungary and expand that operation, but also to produce in South Carolina to support Nephron and other US-based healthcare companies, and then expand accordingly to be able to service the market.
Excellent. And what would you say makes your approach unique in this country specifically?
Well, the opportunity to have a US-based specialty syringe operation is unique because most of the current suppliers that provide these types of products do so overseas or in third world countries or in low-cost markets. So to have a highly automated, what I would call low-cost operation here in the United States and South Carolina, we can actually ensure supply more quickly, more effectively than some of the competition, and then be able to partner with our US-based customers on projects, what I would say more efficiently, and then be able to respond more quickly and more effectively in bringing new projects to market for them. So the initial conversations I've had with potential partners, they're excited about having a large syringe plant here in the United States that can ensure supply.
Excellent. Now, in closing, Robert, with your significant experience in the specialty syringe industry, what excites you most about the potential future for Sharps?
Yeah, so I think the couple things for Sharps is our ability to quickly identify what I call a strategic customer like Nephron. So typically, when you do this type of work, whether it's a greenfield or a new company, you're working to identify your initial space in the commercial side of the business. And so for us to have the partner in Nephron that's committed to Sharps being able to supply them 10 years worth of prefillable syringes worth more than $400 million, that gives us guaranteed revenue for the next 10 years. So a lot of the initial investors that were interested in Sharps or watching Sharps were asking for a clear revenue path for the company. And so this work that we've done over the last 6 months to negotiate this deal now creates that. And then the opportunity to expand that facility and service other parts of the market like biotech and branded pharma, is there also. So not only are we supplying Nephron, but other 503Bs and contract manufacturers, but supplying what I would call other foundational or cornerstone customers in the healthcare drug filling space with our technology. So I think that's the biggest. But having now 2 manufacturing facilities, one in Europe and one in the United States, gives us a strategic manufacturing footprint for these types of products, because we focus on as I mentioned, the smart safety syringe, disposable platforms, and then we also focus on the prefillable syringe platforms with all of our advanced IP and technology. So having those 2 things line up now quickly, actually a couple of years ahead of plan for what we were setting ourselves up to do at Sharps, really moves things forward for us, and we're excited about 24.
Excellent. Robert Hayes, CEO and Director of Sharps Technology. It's been great having you with us today, explaining what you're doing and looking forward to the future for Sharps. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. Thanks for the opportunity to help people better understand Sharps.